hey, most black men are involved in their children's lives. So yeah, I'll take a compliment, but you need to be mindful that I'm not doing nothing special because this is what we supposed to do. All right? Remember what I said, man. Act like you've been there before.
I just wondered if I'm just gonna take a quick break. I just want to make sure I'm still streaming here, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube. So give me a second here. Yes. Just give me a second. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're still streaming on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. We're still streaming on YouTube. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, let's just see. Let's see what's this here. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. One last video before I leave tonight, ladies and gentlemen. One last video before I leave tonight. And it's involving white men. Involving white men. So, K. Michelle says that white men love her, but we know different. So I just wanted to see her play the ass for a bit. Because Lord knows, if white men love her, they'd marry her, but they're not marrying her. So guess what they're doing? Okay. I just wanted you to know that. Let's continue.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
Would like to do. Okay.
Now?
Yes. I always get in trouble for this over the past 3 years. I've always told my sisters to go where they are loved. And I've always told black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love black love, and I would like that. But to see my African-American women sitting around waiting on a black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose, I've always dated outside of my race.
She's always dated outside of her race, she says. But is she marrying those men? She's 43 and single, ladies and gentlemen. That's a no.
And I would like for black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me. Like, white men love me.
Yeah, they love to have sex with you, but other than that, they could do without you. Remember that she don't have no ring on her finger. Remember that. She's 43 now. Her 3 pillars or 2 of her 3 pillars are gone. Youth and fertility are gone. She's gonna find out like Ebony K. Williams found out. It's okay.
Yeah, they love me. And that's just always been what that is. But the men that have treated me the best have not been black men. But if we're being honest about the men that have treated me the best, they have been white men. They have been this and that. I don't attract, never have. And I don't even, the thing is, I always attract men with money who are successful, and I never ask them for it. That might be my problem.
Yeah. It is her problem. That's why she's single today. Because she's not worth the money.
White men have to agree. You can't just say I'm open to marrying a white man and none of them are checking for you. That's up to them. And I don't know why black women are telling black men this. Why y'all telling us? Go tell white men that you would want to marry them. You need to find their spaces and get into their good graces and ask them what they need from you. Because as of now, when white men do marry out, they marry Hispanic and Asian women at the highest rate. You know who comes last on that totem pole? Black women, 0.5%. So if you want to take the place of white women, Hispanic women, and Asian women as being first pick with white men, how about you go over there and stop bothering us in our spaces?
When white men
you
do
got to
marry
ask
out,
them. That ain't got nothing to do with black men. Okay?
I couldn't help but notice your pain.
My pain?
It runs deep. Share it with me.
The next parroted narrative is that black women are race loyal to black men. Interracial marriage statistics. Black women say we are the most race loyal, and that's why we don't marry white men at a higher rate. In order to be considered race loyal, you need to have both sides vying for your hand in marriage. Here's an example. So right there on the left, and I had to use black men as orange, you got black women in the middle, and then you have white men on the other side of the tug of war rope. If black women had equal options on both sides, if white men were pulling to marry black women and black men were pulling to marry black women, then that would be black women being race loyal, because they would be like, you know what, we're just picking black men because we're race loyal. That's not what's happening. This is what's actually happening. Black men, since we marry black women at a 79% clip from the black men who are married.
Again, this is for you, Candace. This is for you. This is for you, Candace. This is for you.
There is no white men over here vying for black women's attention like that at the rate of black men. That's why every race, both male and female, prefer to marry their own at over an 80% rate. Black women have made a strong social media push to appeal to white men. TikTok, Black Wife Effect, Divest, Swirl, etc. However, white men have not responded in the form of marriage. The latest available data indicates that about 0.5% of white men in the United States are married to black women, and this is from the census in 2015. This statistic highlights that relative rarity of such interracial marriages. So no, black women, you are not race loyal to black men at a fault, and that's why you don't date out. Let me get my word.
Let me tell you something. This is not new. This has been going on for damn near 50, 60, 80, 400 years. Anyhow, a black woman can find a way out. She's tried to, but white men aren't taking the bait, especially the last, let's give it 20, 30 years. They ain't taking it. They have never taken it. And they never will take you, because most black women are most white men are race loyal. There we go. I got it. They tend to be race loyal. All men are. They tend to be race loyal. Why leave when you have fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive women right in your backyard? Why leave for someone who's single, independent, don't need no man? Why leave? It makes no sense.
Words right. That's why you guys don't marry out. White men are happily obliging y'all by having sex with you, having kids with you, but they're not marrying you.
You know, the pink dudes, you know, telling me, oh yeah, you know, I like, you know, black women too. Whole time, a lot of them don't like black women. They might be sexually attracted to black women, but they don't like them. There's a difference, okay? Motherfucker, and that's what a fetish is right there. Like, for real, like, you are sexually attracted to a person, but you really ain't trying to have no relationship with them. You just want to try something.
I said this time in, time out on Talk Live. Black women are fetishized. They are a fetish. They are a sexual predilection that men want off their list. Once it's done, they're done. Black women need to realize that. They're the least married in most awards for a reason, because white men ain't checking for you. They're there, okay, fine. I'll have a little sex, I'll have a little something on the side, fine. Other than that, they'd rather not deal with you, really. And I've told you that. Well, you still don't believe it. You still think that you're better than black men. Oh, I can go out and get a white man. No, you can't. You've tried. In certain spaces, you can to a certain extent. In England, yeah, okay, fine. There are certain pockets within the cities that do this, but other than that, no.
White men ain't checking for y'all like that.
Nope.
So you better figure out what you need to do with the black men who still want you, because that number is decreasing by every year that's passing. White men have to agree. You can't just say I'm open to marrying a white man and none of them are checking for you. That's up to them. And I don't know why black women are telling black men this. Why y'all telling us? That ain't got nothing to do with us. We good. 1 out of 5 married black men are married to another race of women. We good.
We are good. There's a reason why they don't call they call people the passport bros, not the passport sisses. Let me say it again. There's a reason why they call certain group of people the passport bros and the passport sisses. Because passport sisses don't exist really. Maybe 1 cis, 2 cis, 10 cis, but not to make a real group. When black men go to Asia, black men go to Europe, and I've been there. When black men go to South America, oh, they're gonna find somebody. I guarantee you, when they go to Scandinavia, they're gonna find somebody. I can guarantee you that. They will find somebody. Black women, on the other hand, probably not. Hey, listen to what it's listen to what that group. Let's see here. I forget the name of the group, but anyways, but women, black women should, realize that black men are their only hope. They really are. They really are. But that number is dwindling every single year. Those 54% of black men who are single and childless, they'll be gone soon. Those numbers will reduce because societies are becoming way more cosmopolitan these days, and those black men are indeed going to leave. Many of them are. You know what I tell a lot of my friends who can't find black women? Go get yourself a white woman. Go get yourself an Asian woman. Go get yourself a Hispanic woman. Go get yourself an Indian woman, because they'll take you. Guarantee you'll find love there. I guarantee it. But a lot of black men are headstrong, and so I'm one of them. So be it. But in certain capacities, you need to go where you're, where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Just saying.
Go tell white men that you would want to marry them. You need to find their spaces and get into their good graces and ask them what they need from you. Because as of now, when white men do marry out, they marry Hispanic and Asian women at the highest rate. You know who comes last on that totem pole? Black women, 0.5%. So if you want to take the place of white women, Hispanic women, and Asian women as being first pick with white men, how about you go over there and stop bothering us in our spaces?
Yeah.
You got to ask them. That ain't got nothing to do with black men, okay? And that goes to the point of not having those types of women on your platforms. If you literally gonna just have a woman up there just to talk shit about black men, what's the point?
What's the point?
Send her ass over to the white spaces so she can get into their good graces.
And believe me, those white spaces ain't gonna have them. They're not gonna have them. They'll have them for a bit of chat and a bit of fun, as whether clothed or naked. But other than that, they'll send them on their merry way. Sorry.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. Now, after I put all these statistics out there, I know there's still going to be some black women that is going to say, well, if black men are doing this and we'll just date out, we'll just marry white men. And yes, we gonna address this too. Because since we on the topic and we educating, let me talk to black women real quick. White men ain't coming to save y'all. There's a small percentage of white men that do love black women. Yes, they are out there. However, don't bank on it. Black/white husband marriages are 44% less likely to end in divorce than white wife, white husband couples over the same period. According to the Census Bureau, black wife, white husband marriages have the lowest divorce rates. But where does this come from? The report was actually found on Wikipedia, but it says that it's from the Census Bureau, so it has to be true. And I asked, did you click the blue 25, which is the actual hyperlink? I clicked it, and this is what I found. The Wiley article reported these findings from a 2002 National Survey of Family Growth. So black women are quoting an article that was published 23 years ago. Yes, let's stop right there. So anytime you hear a black woman quote this damn statistic, it's from 23 years ago. Y'all been to college, y'all college students.
I thought aren't you college student?
You know what I'm saying? Would that be accepted if you was writing a damn essay, a research paper 23 years ago? So yeah, that's where they're getting this from. 2002, guys, just to be clear. The more recent reports, and this is to debunk all that, from Bowling Green State University, once again, marriage to divorce ratio in the U.S. demographic variation 2018, black women were the only group that had a higher divorce rate than marriage rate, with nearly 31 divorces per 1,000 married women aged 15 and older, and only 17.3 marriages per 1,000 unmarried women. And
That is damning. That one race of women have more divorces than marriages. That is damning. That means your perception in pop culture has done you a disservice. The way you portray yourselves in public has done you a disservice. This single, independent, don't need no man mindset has done you a disservice. There it is. 31 divorces per 1,000 married women age 15 or older, and only 17.3 marriages per 1,000 women. That is damning. What are you going to do about it, black women? What are you going to do?
And this is from another report from divorce.com. They also stated that African American women have the highest divorce rates, while Asian women have the lowest. And then it says there is a consistent trend regarding marriage and divorce rates among women across the U.S. For example, black women usually display the lowest marriage probability and the highest divorce rates. Different studies show that African American women are more likely to get divorced than races of other women. Sociologists suggest that it may be because lower income and job prospects. That could be one of the reasons, or they just unmarriageable. And I'm being very blunt on this live stream because it kind of disturbed me that I seen so many black women so quick to place the blame on black men under that Cam Newton video. It's absolutely nuts. It's no longer true that black women and white men have the lowest divorce rates, because black women trump all of that. And these are the most recent studies from various reports. And I'm not saying that to try and shame black women. I'm just telling you the truth. So stop running around here you're quoting that damn study by saying that the marriages last the longest.
Thank you very much, the media man. I couldn't have said it better myself. He's doing wonderful things in YouTube streets. Totally debunking all of the nonsense that K. Michelle was spewing on Cam Newton's show, and Cam Newton was giving her only the biggest only the biggest platform to do it, in his own opinion. Sending waves and sending controversy out there, which aren't true. And it's been debunked tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a message to black women, just as I had for black men. Black men, Time to be more responsible. Time to start marrying. Time to start dating. Time to do your thing in the home. Let me go back to a full camera here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Media Man. Please subscribe to Media Man doing wonderful things in his YouTube streets. Back to the full camera. Black woman, it's time you became cooperative and submissive. Yeah, it is. Most of the women are. You're not. And it shows that you're the least married to most divorce. My girlfriend, you have things to work on, but one thing that she is cooperative and submissive. And she's a black woman too. Let me say that. Before you rush to judgment here. Because I wasn't going to get with any woman that didn't hit or reach those targets. Black women, black men aren't tolerating the bullshit anymore. I'm here to tell you, to your face, they're not. If they curve you, there's a reason for it. Black men aren't falling for the okie doke anymore. They'd rather be single and childless. Most of us are. 54% of us are. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to keep running to Cam Newton, and once he has 9 kids, call us out for being deadbeat dads? Or start looking at the statistics and realize that black men make up some of the best fathers out there. A white man, Josh Levs, said it's true. You'll believe him, won't you? Well, listen, you're trying to marry him. So this is why I have to say, there, to give you a bit of hope, because again, and thank you very much for joining me in Talk Live, but let me give you a bit of hope. There is still time. But you must change your ways. You must look away from the Meg the Stallions and the Sexy Reds and the Cardi B's of the world and start realizing that your single, independent, don't need no man act is wearing real thin. And no one else is coming to save you but us. I've said this time in, time out. Black men are your saviors. Black men are your only hope. No one else is coming to save you. Until you start realizing that the 54% of us out there who are single and childless, 61% of us in the middle class, you'll be left alone. Very much like Kate Michelle. She says, oh, I love white men, I only date white men, but white men don't want to marry her. And chances are they don't want to marry you. Sorry, you are a fetish. And until you get that straight through your skulls, you will continue to be victims of the sexual marketplace, of the dating marketplace, of the marriage marketplace. A butt of jokes. Not finding good men that are out there for you, but you choose to look past. See Ebony K. Williams. See Dr. Bryant. See Mary J. Blige. So many other women that I could name tonight. But they're all around you. Look at your own family and find those examples. I have many in mind, I could tell you that. And they bought into this narrative that They can be single and independent and not need a man, but clearly want one. It's just that there's only one that's coming for you. So either you straighten up, see the light, or else other women are coming for your men now. And that's becoming way more abundantly clear as the years roll on, especially in these cosmopolitan societies, especially in this global marketplace. Be a part of it or be the butt of it. It's up to you. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live. We're going to end it right there. This will be uploaded right away onto YouTube. You can study it. This will be a part 2. There's a part 1. Now we're on to a part 2, ladies and gentlemen. If they're Prima, no one wants me. I just said I had a girlfriend, Prima Maladina. Silly, aren't you? I just said I had a girlfriend. What is this? I don't know. Anyways, again, more nonsense spewed from absolute bile. But anyways, hey, part of the job. We're going to leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live on IG and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And we'll talk about this again real soon. But we're going to get back to the Diddy trial. Diddy trial tomorrow night. We're going to do another catch-up on Diddy. The prosecution has not rested. They still have a few more witnesses to go through before the defense can come up with their witnesses. So we are going to monitor that tomorrow. We're going to go over the last couple of days, and we're going to get back to the Diddy Watch, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the Diddy recaps as of tomorrow. So do stay tuned for that. And thank you very much for joining me here in Talk Live. Great numbers today. Great. Great comments outside of Prima Madalena. Oh my God. Anyway, truly laughable. Anyways, so we're going to leave it there. And thank you very much for joining me here on Talk Live. Tomorrow night, Diddy trial. And we're going to get back into it over the last couple of days. So thank you very much for joining me. And look forward to seeing you then very